Severe thunderstorms and locally damaging winds are possible across southwestern parts of Western Australia from tomorrow as a winter cold front moves in. For the rest of today, we're likely to see isolated to scattered showers across the southwest land division of Western Australia, with generally low to locally moderate falls expected. The next burst of wintry weather is tied to this cold front we can see approaching overnight tonight, likely reaching the southwest capes of Western Australia through the early part of tomorrow morning. Now, ahead of the front, we're going to see very strong northwesterly winds. Scattered showers and thunderstorms will also start building in the overnight period, but really starting to pick up through tomorrow morning. Winds will shift dramatically to southwesterlies behind the front, remaining strong and blustery in the wake of that system. We'll see showers tending to more steady rain before the cold air moves in late tomorrow, going into early Saturday. Now, the front, as I said, will reach the southwest capes through the early part of tomorrow morning. It's likely to reach the Perth area around midday to mid-afternoon tomorrow. That means those showers, thunderstorms and strong winds are likely up to and including that time. We will ease back to steadier rain and a reduced risk of thunderstorms in the wake of the system, but the winds will stay blustery and wintry, certainly making the feels-like temperatures feel very chilly indeed. The front is going to move eastwards further inland through the course of our Friday afternoon, and we're gradually going to see the winds tending from southwesterlies to south-southwesterlies, so coming from more of a southerly direction. But note how strong they are, still pushing along the west and southwest coast. That means as we go into Saturday, we're likely to see very wintry conditions from anywhere south of Geraldton, including the southwest coast as well as showers and strong winds. We're likely to see small hail and possible coastal thunderstorms continuing through that period as well. Now, taking a look at the thunderstorm risk for tomorrow, we are likely to see thunderstorms across that southwest part of Western Australia, with severe thunderstorms possible anywhere from Perth to Albany and to the southwest. Now, severe thunderstorms are most likely ahead of and on the front itself and may bring damaging winds and locally heavy rain. The front will be moving fairly quickly, so any thunderstorms are not likely to hang around too long. They will be moving through quickly, but that doesn't mean they may not produce severe weather impacts as they go. Now, any severe storms tomorrow may lead to trees and branches being brought down by those strong winds. That could cause damage to cars and property wherever those severe thunderstorms move. We could also see some possible power outages depending on what weather impacts we see through the course of tomorrow. Wherever you are tomorrow, it is a good idea to keep an eye on the radar and also the Bureau's warnings page so you can track in real time whether any thunderstorms are expected to be severe. Continuing through the day on Saturday, we're going to see scattered showers continuing across much of southern Western Australia, with those strong winds about the coast as I mentioned. A low pressure system pushing up to the south of the state is going to bring particularly strong winds to parts of the south coast through the later part of Saturday into Sunday. Now, it's possible we may have a severe weather warning for damaging winds issued for parts of the south coast through that period as these strong winds wrap around the low. Even behind that system, we're likely to see a few more bursts of strong winds whipping up across the south coast through Sunday and going into Monday as well. That means those strong and gusty, potentially damaging winds are likely to persist across parts of the south coast all the way through to the early part of next week. With those strong southwesterly winds, we may also see some very large swells developing late in the weekend, going into the early part of next week. Now, in terms of the rainfall, up to the beginning of Sunday, we are expecting a fairly widespread 15 to 30 millimetres across southwestern parts of Western Australia. But we may see higher falls of 50 to 80 millimetres accumulating about parts of the west and southwest coast. Now, this includes many of the same areas which had some moderately high rainfall totals earlier this week. So be aware that this further rainfall is expected through this weekend. Now, as this system approaches, then crosses the southwest coast through the next 24 to 48 hours, it is essential to stay on top of the latest forecasts and warnings, which you can do via the Bureau's website, the BOM Weather app, and via our social media. Stay safe, and we'll catch you next time.